So, everyone's Christmas victim prediction? How are we all feeling right now? How are we all feeling in the wake of Christmas Day? Well, we all just decided. I don't know if it was subconsciously because we'd all seen the spoiler images of Keanu at the funeral, that we would assume Keanu's not dying. We've seen him in the pictures, which is obviously them fucking future-proofing, because I doubt even they knew. I assume Keanu knew he was dying. I assume Linda knew she was killing him. But I don't think anybody else had any clue. And to make it so you couldn't just leak some nonsense to the press about, Keanu's not here. He's clearly should be there after Christmas, right? Like, I don't know if everybody just... The question of this video is, what went wrong for everybody to think, like, that it wasn't going to be Keanu?
I can... Alright, I will go through, if you don't mind listening to me for the next 5-10 minutes, try and divulge this.
5-10 minutes? Fucking hell. Alright, time for a little siesta. Fucking hell.
Where I'll start is basically, we all thought, because it's going to be someone who dies, we thought, well, it can't be Keanu, he's too recent, he's literally just come back.
Yeah.
Why would you kill him? Because obviously the main guy you look at to kill Keanu is not Linda. It's clearly big bald baldy himself, Phil Mitchell. You look at Phil, you go, yeah, he would have killed him.
Yeah,
and
Phil,
I think that's where...
or Sharon, like, at least not Linda.
And then we basically all went, well, it can't be him, so it has to be Nish, because Nish is evil.
Yes.
Nish is a big bad baddie, he's going to be killed, the same with Dean. Even though I don't know what's going to happen with Dean now, at the time of recording, we don't know what Dean's status is.
Yeah, like, he's still there, but it's just, from what we can tell, he was lingering, but perhaps, like, the way he went about dropping off the present for Gina, like, he knew Linda was there, but saw that she was already spooked, so he must have just left. But is this some way of him trying to redeem himself a little bit in a way where he could have fucking just went, hey, Linda, fuck you. You know, he could have just tried to rub her face in it. Like, with the aftermath done, I think it'll be interesting to see what they do with all of the characters who didn't die. Because for a lot of these characters, we did think that, all right, they're at the end of the rope, you know? They're done. Like, Jack, he could die, he's dead. Nope, Jack's still alive and kicking. Phil, you know, he could be dead. Yeah, Emma's going to come back on Christmas Day, you know, and expose the secret. No, never happened. So it's really wild. And, you know, Nish is the victim in the flash forward, but he's not dead. So it's like, okay. I mean, one thing that will be interesting to look through will be the aftermath. As we get to see the somewhat renewed trajectory of a lot of these characters. Because some of these characters were fucking... They were crop dusting. They were just letting out a little farts across. They weren't doing much. They were coasting on by, just... Yeah, it's not enough to be fucking throwing up, but it's enough to just notice that they were there. A lot of these characters have now been given a new lease of life, a new coat of paint, as it were. And, like, I do think that a lot of the characters who were built up to possibly die, I feel like they'll now have, like, a new fucking renewed, like, sense of life on the show. As much as the 6 women were a massive thing to build around, 6 of the most prominent women on the show, now I think a lot of the people who were going to be victims are either going to be gone, or they're going to just be a fresh character.
I feel like Dean, I don't know how Shirley comes back. Something has to happen to Dean. And I know people are going to go, but you're defending a rapist. I'm not saying we're getting a redemption arc for Dean, but I can see him trying to win Linda over, going, look, I'm going to change. Where we'll come to a point where everyone's not shouting, Dean, what do you want in your sandwich? Do you want a bacon? You're a fucking rapist. Like, we're not going to have that, and they're going to be like, you are a rapist, but what would you like on your sandwich? That's what I'm trying to get across. where he's going
Yeah,
to try and
like,
redeem himself.
he could,
But
because he's finally accepted openly what he did. And obviously not to say this, because in real life, obviously, this probably doesn't really fucking happen that much, but there is the avenue to explore him in his own way, trying to redeem himself. Like, not saying it will happen, and people, you can still view him as what he is.
a rapist.
But there's still a lot of room to wiggle now. Like, it's not cut and dry. I predicted Dean to die, and obviously Dean's not dead. Dean wasn't even really involved on Christmas Day. Dean was there to make people go, "Oh, Dean's dying. He's still in the Queen Vic, isn't he?" But he left. You said both Dean and Nish.
And Martin.
And Martin. Which, fairly close, but obviously Nish isn't dead. I will just say, though, the one thing that has been funny to see is I have seen a lot more people say Nish as of late. And I'm quite pleased that Nish isn't dead, because there's still a lot of storyline to go with this. Because you want to see how Nish is gonna fucking deal with Suki and her fucking Suki, openly a lesbian, with her lover, probably living in their house, Like, you want to see how Nish is going to take to this news.
How can I put it? I want Nish to basically be in a coma for the next 2 or 3 months.
Yes.
Like, I want him to basically be there, but he's not there. Does that make sense? Like your friend who's there, but he doesn't talk. He's in the group chat, but he doesn't talk.
It's still a ticking time bomb, right? Like,
yeah.
when Nish wakes up, when Nish is back, shit's gonna go down.
I feel like, because I just, again, like the example I use again is like, she's like that friend in a group chat who doesn't respond to any messages.
Yes.
And like, do you want to go for drinks, mate? Ah, yeah, come on. Wait, you're active in this group chat? Yeah, mate. I want it to be like that, where we wait till the summertime, because you don't do it immediately after Christmas. You have to be a lunatic. You have Nish come out on a rampage, and then it's like the Galatis, aren't they called the Galatis?
Yes. Well, so Priya, Avani, Ravi,
Nogir, and then the Panasaurs and Finney and
Panasaurs, Galati, yeah. I don't even think Priya and Avani are Galatis, rather, but
yeah, they basically they all band together to try and get rid of Nish. Like that cancelled all 3 storyline where all the lads.
I remember the name. Fuck yeah.
Where they all band together the dad. I
don't necessarily think that is how they do, but I do like the idea of a power struggle within the family where everybody's going to move on. Just like when Nish went to prison, everybody's going to move on and Nish will be like, guys, but I'm still here. Ravi's no longer under his thumb. Like, there's a lot of pieces that are probably out of place in Nish's mind, but moving forward for the rest of the family. I know this was initially a video to shit talk everybody getting the predictions wrong, but it has just been examining the aftermath, really. The aftermath of Christmas and where it's gonna go.
I think, like, how my because I get to rub it in, and I don't care what people think. But basically, how I think my dad predicted it is because we were all focusing on the floor. We were all focusing on the flash forward scene.
Yes.
The problem is we were looking at it from a fan perspective. My dad was looking at it from a detective standpoint. Like, what I'd assume went through his mind is, well, why would they show a flash forward scene saying he's dead, and then you guess who's dead? Clearly something has to be different about this, because they basically they pulled their pants down and basically went, you think he's dead, but actually we pulled down Nelson's pants and his cock is showing. I was like, wait, what? I thought you were pulling my pants down. No, Nelson. Fuck Nelson. It's like, alright.
Which Nelson are we talking about, by the way?
What?
Which Nelson are we talking about? Are we talking about an actual Nelson, or have I just
any Nelson?
Okay. I was just like, I hope it's not Simpsons Nelson, because that's a bit fucking dodgy. Please not fucking.
Nelson wants to know.
I stopped paying attention for a second, read some news, and I'm just like, oh, where were you going with it?
But yeah, you know what I mean? They basically
But yes,
us.
we were so zoned in on the flash forward scene until the flash forward scene happened, and I went, this is a bit weird. This is good. This is the scene, but there's still like 5 minutes left. There's still a couple minutes going. We haven't stopped now. And obviously not to say I fucking predicted it, because I definitely didn't. But it's just, I don't know. It was such a good way to kind of subvert the expectations, because everybody read into expect the unexpected. Everybody read into that like, yeah, well, what would you not expect? So it can't be, it can't be Nish. It probably can't be Dean. So, that's what we'd expect. But where expect the unexpected fell is obviously the dead body on the floor isn't fucking dead. The flash forward scene that we teased, that's not the death. But I mean, overall, I think it's a good way to set up for the next year as we start to see the fallout of everything. I think we'll slowly see Phil want to be a part of Albie's life, and I think they will end up back together. Just not as soon as people expected. But I do, like, Kat and Phil's days are numbered. But I don't even think it's just going to be about Albie. I do think that Emma will reappear. And it will be a big old deal. One thing that I think would be funny that I know we've already done in a sense, but one thing that might be funny is it might be funny to finally take a look at those leaks again and actually figure out if any of this rings true, or whether it was all bullshit.
I mean, you can delete the one we've already made and no one will never notice.
We could, but fuck it. We'll see what happens. But as a whole, that's just us. A bit more of a brief way. We'd probably, honestly, usually we take about 30 minutes to just talk about it. But look, it's the post-Christmas glow. We're all a bit tired. We've all had a drink. So, that is an immediate examining of, everybody's predictions was wrong, except for Piggy's dad. And obviously, and also just showing that the future is exciting to see, as there are so many different ways that the story can unfold now. And that's why this Christmas is so pivotal in setting up the next year, because this shit ain't going away, boys. It's not suddenly 3 months passing and the six aren't the six anymore. The six are united as a front for probably the next year and a half at least. Like, yeah, sure, there'll be a big development on the 39th anniversary. But you're telling me this doesn't run all the way to the 40th? I will highly fucking doubt it, lads. Like, as in, it will. My point being, I got a bit caught off, but this is running into the 40th. There's no way it doesn't.
This is the modern Who Killed Lucy Beale.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is the big whodunit that will define this era of the show. So if you didn't like it, maybe it's time to get off the fucking train. But if you did like it, there's so much in store.
I just enjoy it, but I think it's now time to bid you a farewell and a goodbye. I've been Ash from Watching Walford. I've been joined by Piggy. You can follow Watching Walford socials at the following: AquaDreams on Twitch and YouTube, AquaDreams Productions on Twitch or on Twitter. Sorry. You can follow One More Match at the following YouTube channel or on the Twitch channel at SlaterMine2049, and you can follow One More Match at Watching Walford. And we will see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.